I don't know if this is something that happens exclusively in America, but if it does, then this country is in a lot of trouble. Recently, I find myself pondering why is it in this country we solve our challenges or our problems the wrong way. Instead of addressing the core cause of a challenge we face as a nation, we choose to create an entire sector to deal with the result of a wrong choice. For example, 40% of US adults are obese. We know for a fact that obesity in the US is due to the highly processed nature of the food we consume. The logical way to deal with this challenge is to encourage people to eat healthier and encourage manufacturers to produce less processed food. That's not what we do. We instead create an entire industry, also known as the weight loss sector, to deal with obesity. We introduce such things as GLP-1. We introduce a protein dependent exercise regimen instead of saying, hey folks, let's manufacture better food and encourage our citizens to eat better. Another example is this government shutdown. Instead of fighting among ourselves, the question we should be asking is, why does health insurance premiums keep increasing every year? If we were to do that, we would realize it's due to big pharmaceutical companies, health insurance companies, and the constant, always present greed of Wall Street. Instead of asking this question, what we decide to do as a society is to use taxpayers' money to pay insurance companies, Wall Street companies, and big pharmaceutical companies and call it subsidies to help reduce the cost of individual health care. That is absolute nonsense. And finally, I've noticed a lot of videos talking about the inability of Gen Alpha to read and do basic math. It's the rational thing to do here is to reduce the amount of time they spend on the screen, encourage them to go outside more, and encourage greater parents children interaction. Get the parents more involved in helping the kids do after school work. Oh no, we're not doing that. Nope, nope, nope. You know what we do? We said that the school is providing work that's too difficult for the kids. We decided that giving kids homework was a waste of time. We decided that giving kids time in school to learn to read and write properly was a waste of time. We also decided that it's better to teach kids using videos and screen. The result is a lot of kids who are in 7th and 8th grade who don't know how to read properly. Some of you may say, well, what's the big deal here? I'll tell you why it's a big deal. The US is dependent on highly technical skilled workers. The way we manufacture things now is not the way we did, say, 80 years ago. Every manufacturing position requires some high level technical skill or some high level technical knowledge. The same is true for the financial sector, the logistics sector, and the tech sector. In 10 years, or 15 years, when the current kids who are in school graduate, they will lack the knowledge necessary to occupy these highly skilled positions. Given what we're currently doing with immigration, in particularly those from India and Asia, whose citizens are often good at math and science, skills that we desperately need but are not teaching our kids, we will find ourselves at a skill and knowledge deficit. This will eventually affect the United States' ability to grow its economy and, by extension, its society. And let me assure you, Wall Street knows this, but Wall Street don't care, because all they are concerned about is the next quarter's profit, not what's good for the United States of America. We are in serious trouble, and we need to start taking effective steps to address what we are doing wrong in this country.